Hey guys, Pim here. In this video, we are going to do a comprehensive deep dive review of Reclaim.ai. So let's be honest for a second. How much time do you spend every week just playing Tetris with your calendar? You know the struggle, right? You try to time block your day, you color code everything perfectly, and then one unexpected meeting pops up or a task takes longer than expected, and your entire beautiful schedule falls apart. It is frustrating, it is exhausting, and it makes you want to just give up on planning altogether. That is the exact problem Reclaim.ai promises to solve. They claim to be the smartest scheduling AI for Google Calendar, basically automating your time blocking so you never have to manually rearrange your day again. But the big question is it actually better than its expensive competitors like Motion? Or is it just another tool that's going to clutter up your workflow? I have been letting Reclaim manage my entire life for the past few weeks, handing over the keys to my calendar to see if their AI can actually handle a chaotic schedule. By the end of this video, you will know exactly if this is the productivity savior you have been looking for. Also, really quickly before we jump in, I want to mention that I have a link right at the top of the description box below. I have set it up to apply the absolute best discount or specific promo offer available for Reclaim right now. So if you do decide to sign up, and honestly, you should at least try their free plan, make sure you click that link so you get the best deal possible. So let's start with some context. Reclaim has been making huge waves in the productivity space because they take a very different approach than other scheduling tools. They aren't trying to replace your calendar, they are trying to defend it. Now let's talk about the pricing model because this is where Reclaim absolutely destroys the competition. If you have looked at tools like Motion, you know they can cost upwards of $30 a month. Reclaim is significantly more affordable. They have a light plan that is completely free forever, and it's actually usable, not just a gutted trial. Then their starter and business plans are roughly half the price of Motion. For the value you get, it is probably the most cost-effective AI scheduler on the market right now. Now, let's get to the ugly truth. We need to be honest about the platform limitations. Right now, Reclaim is exclusively built for Google Calendar. If you are an Outlook user or you live in the Apple Calendar ecosystem, you are basically out of luck. It is a hard pill to swallow if your company is on Microsoft. However, and this is the important nuance, because they focused only on Google Calendar, the integration is terrifyingly good. It doesn't just sync with Google, it lives inside it. Let's break down the core features, starting with what I think is their killer feature: habits. We all have recurring things we want to do, right? Lunch, exercise, reading, deep work. In a normal calendar, you set a recurring event for 12 p.m. But if someone needs to book a meeting with you at 12, you have to manually move your lunch, or you just skip it. Reclaim handles this with smart habits. You tell it, I want 1 hour for lunch, somewhere between 11:30 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. Reclaim puts it on your calendar, but, and this is the magic, it marks it as free time to your colleagues. So if they look at your calendar, they see an open slot. If they book a meeting at 12, Reclaim automatically moves your lunch to 1 p.m. But as the day gets busier and you run out of options, Reclaim flips that lunch event to busy and locks it in, defending your time so you don't starve. It creates this flexible routine that adapts to your day rather than breaking it. The second massive component is task integration. Time blocking tasks is usually a nightmare because you have to estimate how long everything takes and drag blocks around. Reclaim integrates directly with the apps you already use: Todoist, Asana, ClickUp, Jira, Linear, and even Google Tasks. You just create a task in Todoist, give it a duration and a due date, and Reclaim automatically finds a slot on your calendar to do it. But it gets smarter. If you have a 4-hour task, it knows to split it up into manageable chunks. It won't force you to work for 4 hours straight. It might schedule 2 hours today and 2 hours tomorrow. And if you don't finish it, you don't have to reschedule. Reclaim sees that you didn't check it off, and it automatically moves the remaining time to the next available slot. It basically eliminates the guilt of overdue tasks because it just replans them for you. Another feature that I honestly didn't think I would use, but now can't live without, is calendar sync. If you have a day job and a side hustle, or a work calendar and a personal calendar, you know the pain of double booking yourself. You have a dentist appointment on your personal calendar, but your boss books a meeting because your work calendar looks empty. Reclaim solves this with Smart Sync. It syncs events from one calendar to another, but it keeps the details private. So your work calendar will just say personal commitment or busy, blocking the time so your boss can't book you, but without sharing that you are actually getting a root canal. It keeps your life segmented, but your availability accurate. And we have to talk about smart one-ones. Scheduling recurring meetings with colleagues is painful. You set a weekly meeting, but then someone is on vacation, or a holiday hits, and you have to engage in an email war to reschedule. Reclaim's Smart One-Ones feature automates this. It finds the best time for both of you. If you or your colleague has a conflict, Reclaim automatically looks for the next best slot and reschedules it for you. You don't even have to talk to each other. It just happens in the background. It saves so much administrative headache. Okay, let's break this down into a balanced list of pros and cons. On the pro side, first, the balance. It strikes the perfect balance between structure and flexibility. It plans for you, but it moves things when life happens. Second, the integrations. If you use Todoist or ClickUp, this is seamless. You don't have to change your task manager. Third, the pricing. The free plan is generous, and the paid plans are very affordable compared to Motion. Now for the cons. First, the Google dependency. If you are on Outlook, you can't use it. That is a deal breaker for many corporate users. Second, the mobile app. Honestly, it's basically just a wrapper for their mobile website. It works, but it doesn't feel like a native, snappy app yet. And third, the trust factor. It takes a while to learn to trust the AI. At first, you will want to manually move things, which kind of defeats the purpose. You have to be willing to let go of control. So what is the final verdict? Is Reclaim.ai worth it? If you are a micromanager who needs to control every single minute of your day manually, or if you use Outlook, then no, this isn't for you. But if you are a busy professional, a freelancer, or anyone living in the Google ecosystem who is tired of calendar maintenance, if you want to focus on doing the work instead of planning the work, then Reclaim is hands down the best tool available. It is like having an executive assistant who constantly watches your calendar and defends your time. It gives you your brain space back. Remember, if you are ready to reclaim your time, pun intended, check that link in the description to make sure you get the best deal or sign up for that free plan. If you struggle with time blocking, let me know in the comments. What is the biggest thing that wrecks your schedule? Meetings? Procrastination? I'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching and stay productive.